Okay, so the NASDAQ's having another positive day. I think it's the 5th positive day in a row for the NASDAQ. And Bitcoin is stuck in this wedge, and a lot of people are asking whether Bitcoin has just lost its steam and whether the only way for Bitcoin to go down, and if that is the case and Bitcoin is going to go down, whether it's time to sell your crypto. And I think the answer is yes, you should sell your crypto. We're going to talk about that on the show. Also, remember, today is a call-in show. We're trying something very cool. That's where you can call in and you can just chat to Sheldon, myself, and even Hustle. Hustle may join the chat later on. So it's going to be a big show, trying something new, trying to get you guys to call in. Yeah, let's get the show on the road. Wakey, wakey, Banter Fam, rise and shine, rise and shine, rise and shine. And that's because the NASDAQ's having another green day. And if people are calling Bitcoin a tech stock or making Bitcoin or putting Bitcoin in the same category as tech stocks, well, then maybe this should be floating into Bitcoin. Maybe this little pump that we're getting in the NASDAQ, which is now up 10% since the lows, should be going into Bitcoin. But that's not happening. That's not happening. We are getting Bitcoin. 38,314. It really feels like it's kind of losing steam. And a lot of people are asking whether they should sell their crypto. And I think the answer is yes, you should sell your crypto. But today I'm going to show you when you should sell your crypto, because I don't know if you should be selling your crypto now, but you should be selling your crypto. And I'll tell you when we should be selling your crypto. So welcome back, Banter Fam. I'm Crypto Man Run. Right here in the studio with me is Sheldino Tentino. Welcome back, brother man.
Yo, brother.
We've also got our man Hustle here in the chat, watching the show. Hustle, how's the show so far? How am I doing, bro?
Oh, you're killing it so far. I mean,
I'm killing it so far. First 30 seconds, I'm doing amazing, yeah? So today we're all here, and the reason why we're all here is because we want you guys, the community members, to actually join the show. And I can see already, we haven't even dropped the link yet in Twitter, and I can already see that there are people all around the world from the community joining the show. Paula, how are you?
Good, and you guys, how are you?
Amazing. It's so good to see you. So good to see you. Paula's an amazing member of our community. She translates our show into Spanish every single day. She does summaries. We met her actually in Miami. Welcome, Paula. So good to see you.
Honored. Thank you.
And there's so many other people here in the chat. There's so many people here. We got Claudio.
Whoa. Hello, everyone. Glad to be here.
Claudio is another one of our Italian community members. So we've got a whole lot of crypto banter people here today. And today is that day where you guys can join the show. You guys can actually join. And we'll do like a banter show. But actually, you guys will bring the banter. We'll just sit here and we'll talk crypto. And we'll create this like banter community show. Let's see if it works. Let's see if it works. But before we talk about that, let us quickly just welcome our new viewers. Welcome to the family. Like this content. Subscribe to this channel. I'm going to talk to you today about the markets. I'm going to talk to you about why you should sell your crypto. I'm also going to talk to you about that friend of mine that I told you lost about $2 million. I've got the number. The number is $2.3 million. It's not only crypto, it's crypto and NFTs. $2.3 million gone. I know we kind of think we know how it happened, and I'll show you how it happened so that you guys can protect yourselves. I think that's another thing that we should do today. Very, very, very important that you start protecting your crypto so we don't get members of the community that lose crypto like this poor guy lost crypto. I don't want to mention his name in case there are investigations and whatever else. So subscribe to our channel, like our content. Let's get the show on the road. Let's start talking about the NASDAQ and the pump that the NASDAQ is having. Up another 58 points today. Yesterday was a brilliant day for the NASDAQ. I think it was up like 250 points. And if you look at the bottom, the NASDAQ has gone up about 11.25%. NASDAQ's up 11.25% from the bottom. I've got Fred here. We haven't had Freddie in the studio for a while. Okay, so we have had an 11.25% pump on the NASDAQ, and this pump, if everything went according to plan, should have filtered into Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is actually tracking the NASDAQ quite consistently. But it hasn't. And Peter Brandt, who's the technical analyst, one of the best technical analysts in the world, says the US market mega bears will soon be screaming about an S&P index, about how the S&P index is forming a head and shoulders like pattern. You know who these people are. They have been bearish the entire way up in one of the biggest stock market bull markets in history. And what he's insinuating is that this NASDAQ run and this S&P run may actually continue, despite that some people may start calling for this to be a head and shoulders pattern. And the reality is that we have spent a lot of the time talking about price. We have been looking at the price. And if price is what is driving you to make your buy and sell decisions, you've got to ask yourself some serious questions, because price is an indicator of market sentiment. And market sentiment is not always the best indicator of what is happening in the fundamentals that are happening under Bitcoin. And I want to show you why I say that. And then we'll talk about people who actually trade specifically on price. So let's look at this and say that, if you were looking at the Bitcoin price over the last, let's take the last 2 months, you kind of would have said to yourself, Bitcoin and crypto aren't actually really doing very well, because you can see that the price of Bitcoin is going down. But let's look at January and what happened in January for crypto. So just like, this is a tweet thread from Travis Kling, and he says, crypto prices were down in January, but you wouldn't know it looking at its highlights. Crypto continues to be the hottest sector on earth. So what did we find out in January about crypto? Let's just take 1 month at a time and just talk about what happened in January. Bill Miller, who's one of the biggest hedge fund managers in the world, says he holds 50% of his net worth in Bitcoin. FTX raised a $2 billion hedge fund, crypto venture fund. FTX raised $400 million at a $32 billion valuation. FTX raised another $400 million at an $8 billion valuation from SoftBank. Black Diamond raises $207 million at a $3.25 billion valuation. NFT platform Autograph raised $170 million in a Series B. Smart contract platform Near Protocol raised $150 million ecosystem fund. Solana Fantom raises $109 million. Solana Fantom Wallet becomes an iOS app. CoinTracker raised $100 million. Serum raised $100 million. The Graph Protocol raised $50 million. Sonata NFT platform Metaplex raised $46 million. Apple CEO Tim Cook says he sees a lot of potential in the metaverse, investing accordingly. Nike hired a metaverse director. Google hires former PayPal executive to run its payments division. Cash App begins offering Lightning payments. Facebook and Instagram preparing to allow users to display NFTs. Robinhood begins trading crypto wallets. This is just some of the things that happened in January. And if you looked at the Bitcoin price, then you would have said to yourself, well, nothing's happening in crypto, and crypto is a bad place to be. And that is because price is probably the worst indicator that you want to use if you're going to make investment decisions. If you're making investment decisions based on price, it means that you're making investment decisions using emotions, and specifically using emotions of fear and greed, which are the two emotions that are guaranteed to wipe you out of the market. If you look at the fundamentals, then what you'll do is you'll start picking up what we just showed you over here. And the market and the price can remain disconnected from fundamentals for periods of time. It can remain disconnected from fundamentals for sometimes extended periods of time. But the market cannot be disconnected from fundamentals for long periods of times. And when I see the fundamentals that are happening in the market, and it's not only this, let's dig down one level deeper. And the one level deeper says, this is from Amir Bandeali. He's one of the founders of the 0x project. And he says, if you look at the layer 1 protocols, the smart contract layer 1 protocols, the smart contract layer 1 protocols had a new month in January, had the highest volume that they've ever had. And what you can see is that despite what's going on in price, doesn't matter what's going on in price goes up, price goes down, crypto markets are at all-time high, or crypto markets are not at all-time high. The number of transactions on layer 1 protocols layer one, or let's call, for this purpose, let's call a Polygon a layer one, because it is a smart contract platform. The number of transactions is actually increasing exponentially. Despite the fact that price is going down, well, the number of transactions is increasing exponentially. So the market doesn't care. The adoption of the technology doesn't really care about what you think about price and whether the price is going down for the first 2 months of the year or not. The fundamentals are saying, hey, look, blockchain technology is increasing in adoption. OpenSea has had its best months ever this month. And the number of transactions on the layer ones has increased to all-time highs. And most layer ones are actually struggling to keep up with this. The second thing that I see is that there's massive adoption of stablecoins. There's massive adoption of stablecoins. And this adoption of stablecoins is now reaching proportions that are huge. And I'll tell you what huge is. Last year, $6 trillion were settled in stablecoins. And their total supply increased from 28 billion to $143 billion, which means there was a 7x increase in stablecoins. And $6 trillion worth of transactions were settled in stablecoins. Now, I don't know about you, but if the increase last year was 7x, and we look at an increase of at least 7x this year, you're talking about 42 times, you're talking about $1 trillion worth of stablecoins in the market by the end of this year, and 7x of $6 trillion, $42 trillion in being settled at least. Now, how do we make money out of that? We can't buy USDC and USDT, but there are stable coins like, I don't know, UXD protocol, like Terra, like DAI, that you can make money in buying the protocols. So the problem is, as I said again, if you are focused on price and you are thinking of selling because the price of Bitcoin is not moving for a month or 2 months and 3 months, and you are missing everything that is happening under the hood, then you're making a big mistake. And in fact, what you should be doing is you should be looking at everything that is happening under the hood and saying to yourself, is price disconnected from fundamentals? And then you ask yourself another question. Has price been disconnected from fundamentals for an extended period of time? And if that's the case, then you need to ask yourself a third question. If price is disconnected from fundamentals and this has extended for a long period of time or for a significant period of time, then you ask yourself a question. Is your thesis wrong? I don't think your thesis is wrong about blockchain, which then means that in time, the market must rationalize or come back to the point where the fundamentals equal the price. And that is when the market will recover. So if you're trading based on price, then you are the emotional trader, you're the retail trader, you're the garbage trader, you're the latest hands trader. If you are comparing the fundamentals to price and saying, look, I've checked I'm looking at the price, and even if the price came down in the last 2 months, I see the news, and the news says that all of this has happened, and NFTs have hit an all-time high, and every single smart contract platform is hitting transactions at an all-time high, and stable coins are growing at 7x, 7x in the year. Then it must be a case that the price is short-term disconnected from the fundamentals, and then the fundamentals and the price will have to align. And since the fundamentals aren't going to change specifically in the next 3 months, then we can draw the conclusion that the price needs to change within the next 1 month, 2 months, 3 months, and 4 months. So be careful. Make sure that you're not the asshole that is trading on price. Because if you are the one that's trading on price, and if you are getting scared, and if you are starting to sell, well, then you are the retail investor, you are the lettuce hands, you are the person that we make profit from when we buy, and when we buy the bottom. When we buy the bottom, you are the person that we are buying it from. Yes. This is the article that triggered me this morning to do the show today, to talk about when it is time to sell your crypto, or telling you that it's time to sell your crypto. This is the article that actually triggered me to do it. And the article here says, timing of Bitcoin can mean missing out. So what they did was they took the price of Bitcoin and they said, okay, let's look at what happens if you would have bought one Bitcoin for $768 on the 1st of the 1st, 2014, and held it until the 26th of January, 2022. How much money would you have made? Now, bear in mind that we're in the middle of a correction. So how much money would you have made even though you are in the middle of a correction? And the answer is you would have made 36,988. That's how much money you would have made if you bought a Bitcoin in 2014 and held it. If you would have tried to time the market and you would have missed the best 7 days, okay, 7 days, you would have only made 9,847. So the difference between 9,847 and 36,988 was made in 7 days. If you would have missed the best 14 days, you only would have made $3,641. If you would have missed the best 21 days, you would have made $1,491. And if you would have missed the best 28 days, you would have only made $654. Now, there's a lesson for anyone in terms of trying to time the market. If you're trying to time the market and you, by mistake, miss the best 7 days, instead of making $36,000, you're going to make $10,000 for missing 7 days. Now, I don't know who you are, and I don't know if you trade as well as Fred trades, but Fred tries to time the market, right? Fred that all the time tries to time the market. Now, when Fred misses the best 7 days, you lose your profit. Instead of making 37,000, you now make 9,000. You lose 3/4 of your profits. And if you miss the best 14 days, you lose 90% of your profits. And if you miss the best 21 days, you lose 95% of your profits. And if you lose the best 28 days, you lose 28% in your profits. So the bottom line is time in the market is the way, not timing the market. Time in the market is the way to be trading this. And a lot of people then say to me, well, okay, well then, if you're saying time in the market is the way and your strategy is just to HODL, then why or when should I sell my crypto? And I said, I think there is a time to sell your crypto. And I want to tell you about when it is the time to sell your crypto. And after we talk about when it is the time to sell your crypto, it's going to be an open show. You guys can come on the show and we can banter with the community. Okay, but there's a space for 12 of you at a time. So I'm going to kick people off and add people on and kick people off and add people on. You can post the link on my Twitter. You can post the link on in the YouTube description. You can post the link for people to join in. Don't get frustrated if you can't join in because there are people in the waiting room already. Just wait your turn and you'll be able to come in and talk to all of us. Alrighty, let's talk about when you can. Let's talk about when you can sell your crypto, when you should be selling your crypto. Because when you're dealing with a technology that is going to disrupt the world, then you know for sure that if it is successful, then the returns are going to be massive. If you would have bought Bitcoin in 2011 or 2012, you would have paid $1 or $10 per Bitcoin. And the best strategy, as we've said here, would have been just to HODL it. There's no other strategy in the world that would have been better than just HODLing Bitcoin or any exponential technology for life. But you know, there actually are a few times when I recommend that you do sell exponential technologies. And I'm not only talking about Bitcoin. Raoul Paul actually says it pretty well. He says, he compares it here. He said, if you look at Amazon, Amazon is a network. Amazon is a technology that has network effect, the same as Bitcoin. And if you look at Amazon, when was a good time to sell Amazon? Actually, never was a good time to sell Amazon. It would have been very hard to sell Amazon. And the same thing happens with Bitcoin. And in fact, any exponential technology in the world, whether it's Bitcoin, or whether it's Ethereum, whether it's Uber, whether it's Airbnb, whether it's Fantom, when is a good time to sell those technologies? And the reason why we ask the question is because when something has network effects are defined that every user that joins a network adds value to the network exponentially. So as new users join the Bitcoin network, they add value to the network exponentially. As new users join the Ethereum network, they add value to the network exponentially. As new users join Amazon or Airbnb, they add value to those networks exponentially. And as they keep adding value, the value of the network gets bigger and bigger and bigger exponentially. So when you're dealing with exponential technologies and they continue to grow because people keep joining the network, then when is a good time to actually sell them? And the answer is that there's probably never a good time, but there's 4 times when it is excusable to sell any type of effective network effect technology. So what are those 4 times that you can sell network effect technologies? Well, the first one is to cover your living expenses. So if you want to be selling your taking some profits from your Bitcoin to be covering living expenses because you need to pay bills, you need to pay phone bills, internet bills, computer bills, great. That's a good time to be selling. You should have enough to live off. You should be using your profits to fund your living expenses. You shouldn't be using your profits to fund luxury living expenses. I don't know anyone who's taken the profits to buy a Lamborghini and not regretted it. If you would have taken your profits to buy a Lamborghini in Bitcoin in 2014 when it was trading at 768, you maybe would have driven a Lamborghini for 7 years, but the value of Bitcoin went from 768 to 69,000. And even though you would have been driving a Lamborghini, you would have felt like an asshole driving a Lamborghini. I won't forget, there's a friend of mine who bought a Lamborghini in 2017, and the number plate of the Lamborghini was 40 Bitcoin, because that's how much he paid. He paid 40 Bitcoin for that Lamborghini. So that's what he paid. And he made the number plate of the Lambo 40 Bitcoin. He knows who he is. He's probably listening. What if he would have just held the 40 Bitcoin? He'd have a lot more. He would have had a lot more Lambos. So that's the first time. The first time that you should be able to sell is when you want to take profits for living expenses. Second time that you can sell a technology, an exponential technology, is if your thesis about the landscape for that technology changes. So if you realize one day that, we don't actually need decentralized money, there's no inflation anymore, governments are doing a fantastic job, or look, we don't need any layer 1 power because all blockchains are fast enough, or blockchain will never work, then you can cash out because your thesis about the mega landscape has changed. That's the second time that you can sell exponential technologies. The third time that you can sell exponential technologies is if the team that are developing the product are dishonest and scammy. So if the team is a bunch of scammers and they're dishonest, then you can sell your investment in the protocol, because if they're scammers, you're probably going to get scammed. But you've got to make a very big distinction between scammers and teams that are not delivering as per their roadmap. Now, what do I mean by the difference between scammers and teams that are not delivering as per their roadmap? Scammers are people that set out with bad intentions. They set out to invest. They set up to raise money and to scam you, to steal your money, never to deliver a product. That is a scammy team. There are other teams that raise money to try and solve big technological challenges. And they try their hardest to solve the big technological challenges. And they keep telling you that they're going to solve the big technological challenges in a month, or in 2 months, or in 3 months. And every time they do that, they seem to be missing on their deadlines. Now, remember that when a team goes out to solve massive technological challenges, they have no idea how they're going to solve it. If they knew how they were going to solve it, then it wouldn't be a massive technological challenge. And so when you ask them to say to you, when will you have this ready? You're kind of asking them, well, when will you solve this challenge that you have no idea how you're going to solve? Which is ridiculous, right? It's a ridiculous question to ask. So you've got to differentiate between teams that are dishonest and scammy and teams that are working hard to try and solve problems, and it's just taking them longer than you think. Usually, if a team is taking longer than you think, it may mean that they're working on a very big technological problem. And if that's the case, then, well, it may take them longer than you think to solve that problem. Alrighty, there is one other time when you should be selling exponential technologies. Because remember, with exponential technologies, you never know which ones are going to succeed. If I would have said to you in 2017 that Fantom would have been in the top 50 coins, you would have laughed at me. In fact, if I would have said this to you last year, that Fantom would have been in the top 50 coins, you would have laughed at me. In January last year, Fantom's price was less than 1 cent. Let me actually take you to January last year and show you guys exactly what I mean. Exactly what I mean. So let's look at Fantom's price in January last year. Let's look at the chart of Fantom. Let's go back. Let's go back to 2017, or as far as this thing goes. Okay, so that's the chart of Fantom. And from the time that it was listed in 2018, for months and 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 years, nothing happened with Fantom. And in January last year, the price of Fantom was 1 cent. And there were only 5,000 active accounts on Fantom. And today, when we look at Fantom, Fantom starts to appear in the most used blockchain protocols out there in the world today. Okay, that Fantom is this one over here. So what I'm trying to show you is that you never know which protocols are going to succeed. And so when you can sell is when you need money to cover living expenses, when the team are super scammy, when your thesis about your initial investment thesis, why you took this bet in the first place, is disproven. And there's only one other time that you can sell exponential technologies. And that is if you're going to sell so that you can recoup some of your capital to invest in other protocols. So I'll give an example. If you started off investing in Bitcoin and you bought Bitcoin at $10,000 and it doubled, and now you've got $20,000 worth of Bitcoin, probably a good bet would have been to take some money out of Bitcoin and switch it into Ethereum. Now you've got $10,000 in Bitcoin and $10,000 in Ethereum, and now you've got two bets instead of one. Two good bets instead of one. So the last time that you can sell is, or what you should be selling exponential technologies, is to take other bets, to recoup some capital so that you can place your money on other promising protocols. But those are really the only 4 times that you should be selling your exponential technologies. And the reason is because you never know which ones are going to succeed. No one knew that Fantom was going to succeed. Until the beginning of this year, 2021, no one even thought that Axie Infinity would even have a chance of succeeding. The notion of an NFT game going to $10 billion, you would have laughed at it. You would have laughed at it. In 2017, there was a protocol called ETHLend. ETHLend was a place where you could lend, you could use your Ethereum to borrow money against them. And the team were nowhere, and they didn't have a good roadmap, and there was infighting in the team. And today we all thought that protocol was going to fail. And today that protocol is called Aave. Okay, that protocol is called Aave, and it's in one of the top 20 coins in the whole world. You never know who's going to win and who's going to lose. And if you start trying to time the market, and if you start trying to make decisions about whether it's the right time or the wrong time to sell, you're going to make bad decisions. When you take a blockchain investment, or when you invest in an exponential technology, be prepared to lose all your money. Put it in, hope the protocol changes the world. If it does, you'll make 1,000 times your money, and if it doesn't, you'll lose 1 time your money. Invest in protocols that are going to change the world, and give them enough time and support to do their thing. That's the way I see it. Don't be like Fred. Don't be like Fred.
Don't be like Fred, or you'll lose 90% of your trades.
Alrighty, so Banter Fam, that is my rant for today. That is when you should be selling your crypto. But enough about me. I think what we should do is bring in Claudio. Let's bring in Sheldino Tentino. Sheldino, hello, brother.
What's up, brother?
Let's get the Banter Fam into the studio and maybe have some banter with the Banter Fam. I've got Hustle here as well. Hustle, hey, brother.
What's going on?
Yo.
All right, so listen, if you are part of the Banter Fam and you want to call in and you want to talk about crypto, you want to talk about your portfolio, you want to talk about gaming, you just want to call in and say, hey, then let's do this. Let's get the fam on the stream. All right, let's start with Nick.
That's that guy. Where's
Nick, welcome, buddy.
Hey, guys.
How you doing, buddy?
Can you hear us?
me? Yeah, I can hear you perfectly.
Where are you from, Nick?
Barcelona.
Barcelona, man. Amazing.
Yeah,
How long have you been from?
Living in Barcelona already 3 years in here.
Amazing. How long have you been watching Crypto Banter for?
Since the beginning.
Since
November.
Since November. Amazing. What do you want to ask us? What do you want to know? What do you want to talk about?
What I want to talk about? I would like a DeFi show. I wanna say that. And first of all, and second, I wanna thank you for all what you do for the fam.
You say you'd like a different show.
No, a DeFi show. DeFi show.
Oh, you want a DeFi show? Okay, well, hold on.
Yeah.
There's great news that you want a DeFi show.
Yeah.
We actually made an announcement this morning here on Banter. We announced that Miles Deutscher is joining Crypto Banter. And as of Monday, actually, it's Monday? From Monday, we will have a fully dedicated DeFi show on Banter. Just to give you an idea, we're now going to have 4 hours of programming a day. We're going to have a charting show, a DeFi show, a fundamental show, and then our man Hustle is going to do a gaming show. So we're gonna have 4 hours of programming every single day.
I love this, the Banter channel.
Yeah, brother, good to chat to you. Let's get somebody else on the line. Thanks for calling in, buddy. If you guys do want to call in, the link is in my Twitter. The link is in the YouTube description. Alrighty, let's do this. Alrighty, who else is on the line? Simo.
Yo.
Oh man, Simo's sound. Listen to Simo's sound. Simo, your sound. You have to come back again. All right, let's try somebody else. We got Gautam Bansal. Gautam, welcome to Crypto Banter, buddy.
Hello, buddy. How are you?
Good. Where are you from?
I am from India, bro.
You're from India. What do you want to talk about? What are you calling in about?
Yeah, I am researching a bit about blockchain. I am a blockchain aspirant. I am actually pursuing my engineering. I want
Amazing.
to.
What do you think of the decision yesterday by India to, I guess, legalize crypto and also tax crypto?
I think this will bring more institutions from India, banks from India into crypto investments. They will be able to show Bitcoin on their balance sheets.
So you think it's going to be big for institutions? That's actually a very interesting take, brother. That's actually a very interesting take. All right, guys, I think you're all being too friendly to us. I think you should call in and you should abuse us, man. I think you guys should abuse us. Buddy, we'll chat to you soon. Let's get Steve. Steve, welcome, man. Welcome to Banter.
Hey, what's up, guys?
What's up? Where are you from?
I'm from Quebec, Canada.
Ah, amazing. What are you calling us about?
Just to congratulate you guys for all you've been doing for us. I think you guys are amazing. Been with you guys since early April and try to never miss a show, but got to work sometimes also.
Have you made money? Have you made money?
So far, a little bit, mostly with AVAX. I've been early on AVAX and I've been doing great with that. But with the rest of my portfolio, with all you guys have been teaching us, I think I'm a little bit over, but not so much.
All right, buddy. All right, Stevie, thank you so much for the kind words, man. You're valuable. Every member of our community is super valuable, buddy.
Thanks, guys. See you soon.
Guys, if you want to join in, the link is on my Twitter. Oh, I see we have a caller called Dragonrider. Dragonrider, welcome.
Oh my God, I can't believe I'm on here.
You're on here. Where are you from?
I'm from England, but I live in Colorado.
What do you want to ask us? What do you want to talk about?
Well, I wanted to tell you, I started crypto about 7 months ago and I knew nothing. And I found your show and it's like the best part of my morning. I chop up my veggies, I make my veggie juice, I put my ear things in, and Crypto Banter it just energizes me. I feel like I get the shot of adrenaline from you guys. It's amazing. And I have learned so much.
Have you made money?
Well, I'm up in part of my portfolio and I'm down in other parts. I have quite a bit of Bitcoin, which is down, but I've got a lot of Solana and Ethereum, and I got a lot of the Degen coins. And
do you watch Hustle? Do you watch Hustle in the evenings?
I do. I am in Yield Guild games. I'm in a lot of the guilds, and awesome. I went in D-Race because I like the white horse. I thought the white horse looked beautiful.
The white horse, Fantom is the most amazing horse in the world. He really is.
Yeah, and Gala games and a whole bunch of the bigger ones.
Awesome.
Other ones made me a bit nervous, but
well, listen, keep watching. Much love from us.
Thanks.
I mean, the studio, the chat here is going absolutely mad. We got Chao. Chao, welcome, buddy.
Hello.
Where are you from?
I'm from Thailand. I've just watched the show since August when I just graduated from college, and really love crypto. I just got in, love you guys, and I have a question of like, what would you guys do if you, I bought at like kind of not really the top, but then what would you guys do if you have a little cash left? Would you guys be buying right now? Or would you be like waiting? Can you give me like some tips?
How much of your portfolio, how much of your money, of your crypto money is already properly invested?
I'm invested like about $30,000.
And how much money do you want to invest in crypto total?
Total, I have no clue, to be honest.
So the idea is if you've got 30,000 invested already, then and you want to invest some more, and you invested at the top, now is a good time to start buying things on the way down. But I wouldn't put everything out. I wouldn't put everything in. I'd put it in. I'd put in slowly, because the market can continue to go down. We don't think it will, but it can continue to go down. So, yeah. Well, what are you holding? I mean, let's talk about your actual portfolio. What are you actually holding?
I'm holding Ethereum, Luna, Solana, Superform, Polkadot, Fantom, VeChain, Cody, like pretty much all the stuff that you guys were talking about since August. I've been holding.
You're missing gaming tokens, bro. You're missing.
Oh, game. I have.
I don't hear 100x's there. I don't hear 100x's. I hear a very cool portfolio that may grow at 30% or 40%, but nothing in your portfolio says to me I'm going to do 100x next year.
Okay.
So you got a very cool portfolio, but where are the moonshots? Where are the moonshots?
For sure. I'll keep it up.
All right, buddy. Thank you. Much love. All right, wow. The waiting room here is going crazy. I wish you guys could see this. Darren, welcome, man.
How's it, guys?
How you doing, man?
Yeah, all good.
Where are you from?
Originally from Durban in South Africa, now staying in Cambridge in the UK.
Amazing. What do you want to talk about?
I want to talk about, I just want to talk about Sheldon maybe asking about creating a team of different technical analysts. Obviously, you get tech dev and a few other guys on, but then, creating a team of kind of technical analysts around him. Is that a possibility?
TA, of course. The more the better.
The more the better, yeah. I mean, Darren, are you a technical analyst?
I would say I am quite involved in the BBS.
So I was about to say the BBS is a great opportunity for you because that's a place for everyone to go. But also, if you look at the website, we have contributors who contribute onto the website. So Sheldon dropped the chart of the day on the website, but there's many charts of the day that come from contributors. So if you get hold of us, if just get hold of us on either on the Telegram or on DM Fred's Twitter, then you will. We can maybe add you as a contributor to our website.
All good. Like guys,
amazing, man. Listen, much love.
That'd be great, brother. All the help.
Much love.
The better.
Okay, wow. The waiting room is going berserk. I'm going to try to get as many people on here as I can. Christian, is that right, Christian? Can you hear us?
Yes, hello, yes.
Where are you from?
I'm from Philippines.
From Philippines, amazing, man. What do you want to call in about?
No, I just want to thank the Banter Fam, especially Sheldino, for teaching me something that I learned a lot.
Absolutely.
Awesome, brother. Thank you.
Yes, thank you so much. And I'm praying for you.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
A lot, brother.
Thank you. That's amazing. Please keep watching and please keep spreading love to the people of the Philippines. Okay, we've got Crypto Jesus with us. Or is it Crypto Jesus?
It's Crypto Jesus, but my nickname's G, so that's why it's...
well, welcome, G.
Yeah, thanks, man. I'm just the other side of the mountain from you, so I thought I'd just call in. And I've got two questions I'd like to ask, if that's all right.
Go for it.
The first one is my complaint about the show times and moving it to accommodate the US guys, because it's really messing up my morning, man. I used to get ready for the 11 o'clock show, and now I have to have 2 shows in the afternoon. And I see viewers are down on the new time slots as well. So I was just wondering if there's any chance of moving it back to the morning.
So we're going to meet you halfway. The show is going to go back 1 hour. So it's going to be at 12 o'clock. The reason why we moved it is because the majority of our viewers are actually in the United States. And if you think about people on the East Coast, 11 for those people was, I think, 3 in the morning or 4 in the morning.
Yeah. No, I understand why you're doing it, but it's like 2 shows in the afternoon now for South African viewers. And I don't know, I think quite a few people would probably prefer it to have 1 morning, 1 afternoon, because now the lunchtime show is not ideal. Anyway, the second thing I wanted to ask
halfway.
Yeah, cool, man. I wanted to ask Sheldon just a question about Binance and how to set a stop loss, but also to set a sell order if it gets to a certain level. I didn't seem to be able to figure out how to do both at the same time.
Yeah, so if you go to your normal spot accounts or whatever, and you go to where the stop limit is, you'll see something called the OCO order.
Okay.
And basically, that's an order that cancels another order. So you're able to set a stop loss and TPs as well.
You know, it's actually even simpler. You know, it's even simpler. Just use CoinPanel. Because on CoinPanel, you can plan your whole trade.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it's the exact same thing. So the difference with CoinPanel is you can put a limit order and already automate where your stop loss and your TPs are. So if your order goes through, it will automatically set your stop loss and all your TPs in place for you. So
I see. Okay, cool.
Yeah. And then on Binance, you got an OCO order. So that's an order that can.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I searched the net. I couldn't really find any info, so that's very helpful. Thanks. And I just wanted to say thanks to you guys. Haven't made much money since I started in September, but I'm just hodling and hoping that the market picks up. But thanks for all the free info. I appreciate it.
Absolutely.
Cool, my man. Thank you so much. Let's go next. I see the waiting room is going crazy. As one logs off, one logs on. Cheslin, you're up, bro.
Hey, how's it, Darren?
How's it going? Oh, another South African.
Good, how are you? Yeah, another South African also from Cape Town.
Oh, how's it, Cheslin?
Yeah. Good. How are you guys?
Good, man. Let's talk. What's up? Ask your question. Let's do this.
I'm just wanting to know when we're going to do a Cape Town meetup.
Ooh, good idea. I think we should do it.
We should.
Yeah, that would be awesome.
Yeah, I think
we'll
do one in March or April. We'll do one in March or April.
That's all good. Thank you guys for the show. It's amazing. We love it. Absolutely love it.
Much love, brother. Okay, I see we've got some more people in the thing. Krimbo, is that right?
Yes, it is.
Where are you from?
I'm from Israel.
Shalom, מה שלומך?
Shalom, sababa, מה קורה?
טוב מאוד. Cool, man. What are you going to talk about?
Just in general, I started investing something roughly half a year ago. So roughly $30,000, and I'm 50% down overall.
What were you holding that took you down?
Like Cardano, Ethereum, FTM, VeChain, Solana. I mixed it up. I invested in a lot of coins, and meanwhile, it doesn't go so well.
But hold on, did you buy and hold those coins, or did you buy and sell those coins?
No, I just bought it and I'm holding it. Whatever I bought, I just hold, and I DCA'd a little bit every time you guys suggested to DCA, and it's just going down and down and down. I'm not complaining and I'm not worried, but still, the question is if to concentrate in a few coins or just spread it out for 20 coins and hope for the best. I got some gaming points.
The first thing I need to try and understand is how we got into the situation. Because if I take the coins that you spoke about, coins like Cardano and Solana, and you got in June, July. So Cardano in June, July was $36. Sorry, Solana was $36 in June, July, more or less.
No. I bought later on. I bought Solana at around 180.
Okay.
Dates, but the cost is around 180 Solana.
Mm-hmm. Okay, and let's talk about some of your other coins in your portfolio.
Other coins, I've got FTM.
When did you buy your FTM?
FTM, I'm kind of okay. I bought at 260 and I DCA'd it recently at 193, I think, something like that.
Okay, so this is a very good question because I think a lot of the community that are watching the show today are asking the same questions. They feel like their portfolio is down and they are asking a whole lot of questions now. And I think the answer is very simple. Do you have conviction in the coins that you're holding for the long term?
I hope so. Not all of them, but a few of them for sure, yeah. Like,
which ones don't you have conviction in? Which ones don't you have conviction in?
The one that I do have conviction in?
That you don't. Which ones don't you have conviction in?
Probably Cardano, VeChain. I got some, I'm questioning, I've got Altora and I've got PYR. What else? Some Dogecoin.
What percentage What percentage? What percentage of your portfolio is Altera and PYR?
Very small, unfortunately, because I think those can make it. Those. I've got high cost for them, but unfortunately, I didn't invest much on those.
So I want to show you something. And I think this will give perspective, because I think you are actually where a lot of our viewers are. And I'm going to let Hustle talk about the gaming tokens, but I want to just show you something, because this will give you perspective. In fact, let me do it over here, and I'm going to give you some perspective about where you're at. So when you're investing in crypto, you're not investing for 6 months, because if you are investing for 6 months, then effectively what you're trying to do is you're trying to time the market.
I understand that.
And if you're trying to time the market, the problem is that today you're looking at your portfolio at the lowest point that it's been in the last 6 months.
Exactly.
That's the wrong time to look at it.
Yeah.
Effectively, what you can say is, if you look at the Bitcoin chart, you bought here. Okay, I'm going to draw it for you. You bought the equivalent of buying here.
Yeah, okay.
And if you bought here, if you would have looked at your portfolio 6 months later, you were down, right? But if you just held your investment because you believed in it, and you looked at your portfolio 12 months after that, then you would have been up. And you would have been up 4x if you just bought Bitcoin.
Yeah.
Okay? So the problem is that you are one of the people that got in maybe at what you could say is the wrong time of the cycle.
I guess so, yeah.
But you bought in at the wrong time of this cycle. Now we're going into the next cycle. So if you believe it, and if you have conviction about the coins that you hold, and I must say, Hustle, maybe you want to comment on the gaming tokens, but I want to comment on the other stuff which you've spoken about. Solana, Cardano, Bitcoin, Ethereum. Those are coins that are going to be here in 2 years and 3 years. And if they are here in 2 years and 3 years, and we do enter another cycle, which is kind of inevitable because the cycle goes up like that, then all that's going to happen is, I would say that you bought here, and we are probably somewhere here. And we may go down a bit more, we may just go up a little bit more. But ultimately, if you just wait a little bit for the next cycle, because you're holding what in my opinion are very good coins, you're going to get to there. Hustle, some comment on the gaming tokens, because I think that's a good one.
Yeah, and if you look at Vulcan Forge, what they're doing, they're actually kind of following the exact same business model that Gala Games did. They're releasing multiple games. They have more in development. They have a mix of active and in development games, but they also just came out with their own testnet blockchain. They're going to come out with validator nodes where you can earn on the fees of the network. And then I do think this will eventually get that Coinbase listing. I do think they're that caliber of a project. So you're looking at a project at like a $300 million market cap, which I think does have that $1 billion project potential. Once their blockchain goes live and it's not just a test net, I think we could really see big things. So I think your conviction there should be strong. And on Altura, that is definitely a longer play because their smart NFTs will be integrated more like later this year, 2023, that time range. So you're definitely early on that project.
Yeah.
So I think it's just a case of a lot of people bought near the top. I think you may have bought a local top, but if you zoom out and you wait for the next cycle, then I think you're holding good quality stuff, to be honest.
Cool.
Well, look at the guys
Just
that bought the top of May. You know what I mean? The May last year was a massive crash. You know, a lot of the tokens, and then you go look at a few months later. Even if you bought the top in May, how many people bought the top in 2017? You know how many bought? They literally had to wait a year or 2 years or even 3 years for that matter. You know, you look now, they're still sitting 100% up on Bitcoin.
Yeah,
from
I'm not worried for the long term at all. I'm really not worried. The question is what is the best thing to do now after the crash? Okay, I lost. I'm not worried for the long term.
Hold.
The question is if to hold the same coins or just to start over with the portfolio and invest on the things that I've got more conviction in or more chance for profits to get a higher or higher gains.
So you should keep a spread of multiple coins, which I think you've done, and I think you've done that pretty well. I must be honest, it sounds to me like you've done that pretty well. But if you don't have conviction in some coins, sell them and immediately switch into others. The one thing that you don't want to do is be out of the market at a bottom. You don't want to be out of the market at a bottom. That's a very.
I watch you guys all the time, and I'm not. I didn't have for 1 second a thought to sell it. It just and I'm losing too big at the moment, so I'm cool with that. For the long term, I really believe in the market, and I'm 50% of my coins. I got no fear or worries about. Except, by the way, Ethereum. I know Ron doesn't like and Sheldon do. I've got like 50% of my account in Ethereum. Is it good?
I do like Ethereum.
You'll be fine.
You'll be fine. I do like Ethereum. I like Ethereum a lot. I just think there are things that can go up quicker, and I have a lot of Ethereum. So I think Solana will probably go up quicker than Ethereum. It's more risky. I think Fantom could go up quicker than Ethereum. I think it's more risky. I do have a lot of Ethereum. I don't not like it. I just think for me, I want something harder, faster,
I like the risk as
more
well.
aggressive.
I'm a risky person as well, so risk is good.
Arweave is very good. Arweave is very good.
Arweave, I've got also.
Yeah, Arweave injective protocol. I'm just looking at some of our portfolio here. Yeah.
So not to worry, just to keep on going and just not to sell some Ethereum and buy smaller coins, gaming coins, except
if you want some risk, why not? If you want some risk, why not? But remember, risk means you can make and you can lose. You sound like a guy who's willing to take risk. If you're willing to take risk, then Ethereum may be a little bit too conservative for you.
Cool. Okay.
Cool, man. Krimbo, nice to chat to you, man.
For all your shows, I really appreciate it, and you guys are great.
Thank you, man.
Sheldon really need enough fish. In my opinion.
All righty, man. All right, so we see Bobby. Bobby, welcome, buddy.
Hey, how you guys doing?
Good, man. What do you want to talk about?
Hey, first of all, I want to thank you for the tickets for Miami. It was a blast. We had a great time. I was able to bring my son there as well. I've brought another Banter Fam from Michigan. We had a blast and learned a lot. Appreciate all the things you guys bring to the table. One of the questions I had, though, I just recently got into the Pegaxy gaming and seen incredible rewards from that already. It's crazy there. So I was just wondering, what kind of I need to have an exit strategy, I guess is what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And so I just wanted to get your thoughts on that.
So I think the one thing to keep your eye on, obviously, the VIS price, the in-game token, VIS, drives the floor prices of the horses. So it just depends on how you want to play it and what your average cost per horse is. Because right now you can pay your horses off very quickly. So it's just how you want to play it. If VIS starts going down like on an SLP type of trend, but you've already made your money back, you could always look to flip your horses. So if you need to exit, that would be the strategy, would be to try to flip out of your horses. But in my opinion, once it's all paid off, I would just look at that burn rate. So on Pegaxy's Apollo, you can see how much is burned versus minted of the in-game token. And right now it's between like 90 and 110% usually. So that's really healthy. Most of it's getting burned from the breeding process, but breeding will eventually slow down. So just keep an eye on that burn rate and keep your eye on the VIS token price, because that's what's going to drive the economy. Once your risk tolerance, or once you've gotten to a level where you're comfortable with selling out of it, then I would just look to the marketplace to try to sell your horses.
Okay, sweet, yeah.
Good, man.
Awesome.
Bobby, how much money are you making on your Pegaxy horses?
Right now, I'm making about $800 a day.
Holy shit!
It's real, dude. It's insane what this economy is doing. It really is.
I had a Divi master node, and I've been several of them, and I was able to take the rewards from those
Fred's
and
also
invest
making,
them in other.
Fred, are you making
protocols.
$800 a day? Hold on, Fred's also making $800 a day.
Let me just mute you there for a second. So I don't know exactly the number, but printing. So I was actually going to call you after the show, bro. I'm going to need an exit strategy because this is getting overwhelming.
I got you. Yeah, and kind of just like it's kind of the same kind of narrative. Watch the burn rate, watch the VIS price, because it dictates the economy.
Am I the only one not making money on Pegaxy?
You are literally the only one not making money on Pegaxy. So and I think within the last couple of days, I've bred 2 horses. One called Gabriella, named after my beautiful fiance, and the other one's called Talk Derby to Me.
Nice. I like that one.
Oh, Freddie, you turn me on when you talk like that. Talk derby to me, bro. All right, listen, we got time for one more. So, Bobby, we're going to let you go, buddy. Thank you so much for calling. We're going to take one more call
Thanks
today.
again.
One more call today, and it's going to be Piksake.
Hey, how's it going?
Good, and you, man? What do you want to ask us?
All good, all good. Calling from Tel Aviv, by the way.
Ah, Tel Aviv. We've got a big fan base in Tel Aviv.
Yeah, apparently. So yeah, I went full-time crypto, which, by the way, is something that I recommend to everybody around the world if they can. It was right around the top in August. So on paper, I should have had like major losses right now, but I'm actually break even with my portfolio.
Nice.
Reason being launch pads, actually, which doesn't get discussed enough, I think, in the realm of crypto. And I know that it's not relevant to most of the US viewers, but for me, it was really nice to be able to get into those.
What's your best launch pad? What is your best launch pad?
I'd say Ignition, GameFi. And then what I try to do is like go into very small launch pads that have great projects. So most of the day I'm researching good projects on smaller launch pads, and then I get in and out. And that's how I make some pretty nice money that way. And also, I'm also into way smaller gaming projects, some that you probably have never discussed on your show. And I wanted to know, Hustlepedia, I know that he covers a bunch of gaming projects, but he definitely doesn't cover a lot of those that I'm into. One of the
what market cap? I mean, what market cap are you talking about? Because there's almost like a guideline. Like if it's too low, I literally basically can't talk about it.
Got it. Well,
give us some games. Give us some of the games that you want.
What are the examples?
Yeah, so one of them is like the reason I got into it is because it has like massive viral potential. It's called Meme Lords.
Yeah, I've heard of it.
Yeah, and I mean the potential is incredible there. And I'm not even looking at tokenomics and things like that. It's just because it covers a bunch of historical figures throughout history. You got your NFTs, just like you do with any other game. They have a partnership with Chainlink. So there's a lot to get into there. And it's like, I think it's like, one major celebrity that's in the game tweets about it and boom, it goes nuts.
Yeah.
So that's what I think about that project. I think there's no other project like it on the market, to be honest. It's like, you can't copy it. And a lot of these other gaming projects are like, copy paste gaming sweatshops, I'd call them. So I try to find projects that are more unique.
Yeah,
I see we've got Leo waving us down. Leo, we've got 1 minute, bro. I see you waving us down, saying, please get family. Say, we've got 1 minute.
First of all, I just want to say thanks for all the information you've been helping us. I've been with the channel since March now, last year. Lost my job, so it gave me something to do every day. Really picked up my interest in this. But what's your opinion on Veracity, can I ask?
Veracity protocol.
Love it.
Yeah.
Love it.
VRA.
Hustle over to you, bro.
I think that if you look at twitch.tv as far as gaming streaming goes, along with what Theta is doing, I think Veracity is right up in that niche. They have an esports streaming protocol as well as esports tournaments that they're trying to ramp up on their like esports division. And also their patented protocol is actually really strong.
Yeah, I'm loving that proof of view that they've introduced.
Yeah, I can actually see that get adopted for sure. So as far as esports streaming goes and stuff like that, I love it.
Brilliant. Thanks. And last thing, just Fred, I'm not happy with you. I comment, spam, everything. Never get a shout out. Unfollowed.
I also unfollowed Fred. So, I mean, full disclosure, I also unfollowed Fred. He said, give him your Twitter handle right now.
He'll find me in the inbox somewhere.
You'll find him in the inbox somewhere. All right, guys, listen, love you guys madly. It's been amazing to have the fam on the stream, but we've got to cut the stream today. I think we need to do this again. This was absolute fucking magic. I think what we'll do is let's do it again. Once a week we'll do this. Once a week we'll get the Banter fam. Hustle, in 30 seconds, what are you talking about on the show today?
Well, I mean, Morgan Stanley came in and said that metaverse is an $8 trillion industry. And I've been saying it's going to be one of the biggest industries in the world, not just crypto, none of that. Like, we're talking about industries like tech and stuff like that. So we're going to dig into what's going to drive that. And then some other metaverse projects that we haven't highlighted yet. Some that you even want to see. So you might want to. Hold on.
Are you going to, I want to know, are you going to review, because I've asked you for many times, I said, are you going to review Victoria VR? So you're going to do Victoria VR?
Yes.
Okay.
Absolutely.
Because I've been buying. I'm not yet. You know what?
They just partnered with Dell. That's very strong.
Okay. Wait. Don't tell me anything. I'm going to watch the show. The show happens in what? 3 hours? 3.5 hours?
3 hours from now. 3 hours from now.
3 hours from now, Hustle the Man is going to be in. Hustle the Man's going to be in. Listen, I must say, this has been one of my most fun shows. This has been one of my most fun shows.
Awesome.
Hustle, I'll see you in 3 hours on your show. I want to know about Victoria VR. I'm telling you, I want to ask you now, but I'm going to ruin it for the viewers. I really want to know. Okay. I'll see you on your show in a couple of hours. I'll see you on your show in a couple of hours.
See you, Rand.
Listen, fam, that was incredible. I think what we'll do is we'll actually create a weekly show, which is dedicated. Actually, it shouldn't be weekly. It should be every couple of days. We'll do a show that is dedicated to call in. It's going to be called Banter Call In, and it's when you guys call in and speak to Sheldon, me, Hustle, Miles, and the Banter Fam, and you can talk about all your coins and you can talk about all your questions. I've loved this show. I will see you guys again in a couple of hours when I join Hustle Show because I want to know about Victoria VR. Until then, trade well, my friends. Claudio. Hey, the whole Banter family is still here. Hey guys, what's going on?